Talking about having to versus choosing to, right? And what I'll say to people, usually after a first session, is I say, okay, well, if conceptually, theoretically, this makes sense to you, then try an experiment during this next week. And often I'll see them, a week later. And I'll say, okay, during this next week, when you go home, try catching yourself whenever you say, I have to, right? And just monitor it. Don't do anything else. Just monitor it. Just simply say, oh, you're on the phone, you say, oh, I have to go now, right? Oh, wait a second, I said I have to go now. Again, I have to go grocery shopping, I have to do this, I have to pick up somebody. Have to. I think we'll be surprised at how often you say it. Listen to pretty much any conversation around you for 5-10 minutes, and oftentimes you'll hear people begin to say, or saying, I have to do this or I have to do that, right? So why is this important? So why would we spend our time on this, and why do I think it's so important? It's more than just semantics. People sometimes say, oh, well, it's just have to versus choose to. That's just semantics, right? It's just words. But I would suggest it's actually more than that. Because now, if I say I have to do something, what it implies is what we call an external locus of control. Someone, something outside of me is making me do something. So whether it's my spouse, the government, the tax man, my boss, they're making me do this. And if somebody is making me do this, that means I abdicate responsibility. I can say, look, it wasn't my fault, right? Somebody made me. So I abdicate, I give up responsibility, but equally, then I don't feel empowered. So somebody else has power over me. I don't have a choice. Poor me, I'm a victim, right? I'm helpless. I'm powerless to change. So, so the key part here is responsibility and empowerment are two sides to the same coin. If I give away my responsibility, I abdicate responsibility, I say, look, someone's making, my boss, my spouse is making me do this, and I have to do it, then I feel like a victim, and my responsibility is low, but also my sense of power is low. I have no choice. Poor me. I'm a victim. I'm helpless. I'm powerless. Now, if I say I choose to, what's the difference? Well, if I say I choose to, well, all of a sudden it kind of begs the question, if I'm choosing to do something, like to get up at 5 in the morning and it's pouring rain and dark and drive for an hour to a meeting, that I really don't want to, drag myself out of a warm bed, right? But if I'm choosing to do that, then wait a second, I must have some say over that, right? And if I have some say, then I also have some power. I can choose not to. So, but now what it does, it begs the question, it opens up, it begs the question saying, well, why am I going to choose to drag myself out on a cold morning out of my warm bed to drive through dangerous rainy conditions for an hour, hour and a half to go to a meeting at 5 in the morning? Well, now I might think, okay, I don't want to do that, but this is an important meeting. It could mean a career promotion. I consider myself a responsible person, and I want to maintain that, with the people at work and my boss. So now it begs the question, why would I choose to do it? Well, it opens up what we call a cost-benefit analysis. And I begin to weigh the cost of doing something versus the benefits. And if the benefits outweigh the cost, then I will choose to do it. And we'll talk a little bit more about that.